Hi, it's James Morphetus from Regular Clients here, and I help accountants and other professionals to get 3 to 5 new leads every single week using LinkedIn, and then I help them to turn those leads into paying clients. So today what I want to do is I want to show you how to find your dream prospects on LinkedIn so that you can reach out to them and then of course turn them into paying clients. Now, wouldn't it be great to actually be able to generate a list of your absolute ideal clients, and I mean the people that are going to buy all of your products and services, and to be able to do that on demand and then to be able to reach out to them to offer them your perfect product or service? Well, when you use LinkedIn's 23 powerful search filters, this is exactly what you can do. So this really makes LinkedIn the ideal prospecting platform, and you really have absolutely no excuse not to have your sales pipeline filled with more of your ideal prospects than you could ever hope to manage. So just so you know, LinkedIn has two options for you. The first option is the basic or the free option, which is the default option that everybody has access to, and it's a pretty good option, by the way. But LinkedIn also has a variety of paid options, and the best paid option for accountants and professionals and other service providers who want to generate new clients from LinkedIn is what we call Sales Navigator. It is a paid option, as I've said, but it's worth every single penny. And the really good news is that you can actually try it out for 30 days because LinkedIn has a free 30-day trial, and you definitely want to take advantage of that free 30-day trial. Now, here is actually a list of the most important filters that you can use to find your ideal client among the 645 million people on LinkedIn. Because, many times people think, wow, there's so many people, how do I find who I'm looking for? Well, let me show you an example of just how easy this is and how I would actually go ahead and search for my ideal clients, who in this case are accountants. So let me quickly run you through the 5 columns that you see on this little worksheet that I've actually created for you. So the first column shows you the most important of the 23 filters that are actually available to you. And then the second column shows you the decision point that you can unlock by using the corresponding filter. Column 3 shows you the filters that are available to you when you use the basic or the free LinkedIn account. Obviously, it's a little bit more limited. And then column 4 will show you the filters that are available to you when you use the paid option called Sales Navigator, which, as I've said to you before, is the very best option for you if you're focusing on getting leads on LinkedIn. And then the last column is where I'm actually going to go through the example with you, and I'm going to show you how I will use these filters to find my ideal client that I'm going to actually reach out to. So the first filter is the keyword filter, and you can use that to obviously identify the industry that you want to work with. So I would go ahead and I would type in, say, accountant or chartered accountant, for example. The next is location, and location actually has 2 options. So the first of these 2 options is what I call the regional option, and this is available on the basic version. And here you can choose by, say, country, and you could choose by country, and I would say something like South Africa, or you could do something regional, where I might go down to the regional part of South Africa, and I might say Johannesburg or Edenvale. Then the second part of location, this is really great if you're trying to find clients that are close to your office, and the majority of accountants that I work with generally tend to do that. So this radius option is based on your zip code. So an example would be, I might say I am going to look for people within a 55-kilometer or 35-mile radius of my postal code or my zip code, which is 1609, which is obviously where I stay because my offices are out in Edenvale in South Africa, and I'll get a very targeted result because of that. The next is industry, and this allows you to search via LinkedIn's predetermined industry. So all you have to do is you find the industry that you're looking for. There's an alphabetical drop-down box, and of course I would go ahead and I would choose, oddly enough, the first one because it starts with A, and I choose accounting. In language, so language generally defaults to English. I still generally go ahead and I select it because there's no harm in doing that. Now, if you're in a country that warrants it, this might be very useful for you. So in South Africa, we've got 11 official languages, so I could have chosen any one of them if I was a proficient native speaker in any of those languages. But in my case, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to choose English. Now, seniority levels allows you to find the decision maker. So in many cases, and particularly in my case, I'm looking for accountants in public practice that are called either owners, partners, or directors, because that's what we call ourselves in my particular niche, in my particular industry. Function actually also allows you to find the decision maker. Now, this actually allows us to find the particular role that the individual is involved in. For example, I might go ahead and choose accounting or business development or marketing or sales to find people in accounting firms responsible for those roles. So remember, I've already selected the industry, and now I'm going to find the people with a particular role in that industry. So it's very powerful when you use those 2 together. Headcount gives an indication of the size of the company involved. So in my case, I generally find that I really struggle to get decisions if I'm dealing with accounting firms that have got more than 3 partners. So what I'm going to do is I'm generally going to look for firms with a headcount of 50 people or less, just as a rule. But if you want to do, you could actually choose companies with a headcount of more than 10,000 if that's what your market entails. So you can see that there's a lot of scope in order to use this filter on LinkedIn. Company types, also an indication of size and legal structure. So I would go ahead and I choose privately held or partnerships, again, because that is what's prevalent in my industry or my niche. And the last one is so cool. This is all about groups. I would actually go and search for accountants who had already pre-qualified themselves by joining groups. And if I really wanted to go to the next level, I'd look for accountants who joined groups that were involved in marketing, say marketing for accountants. So the type of search term that I would type in to find accountants like this would be things like, say, marketing for accountants, or I might just choose accountant or chartered accountant. Now, doesn't really matter, regardless of which of these filters you choose, and you can choose one or all of them. You're really going to be able to hone in and extract the exact person that you're trying to target. So I hope that you can see how powerful this is, and I hope you're going to go ahead and use this filter, because really LinkedIn is saying to you, hey, all your people are here. Here's how to find them. Just go get them. So here is your action item for today. I want you to use these filters that we covered today to build a profile of your ideal prospect. Then go out, search for them, and send them a connection request so that you can start a relationship with them that will help you to turn your newfound connections into paying clients. You can download the LinkedIn filters worksheet below to help you with planning your search for your ideal client. Also, please feel free to book your free LinkedIn client acquisition strategy session with me, where I'll brainstorm with you how to get those 3 to 5 new leads every single week using LinkedIn. And of course, amongst other things, we can talk about in more depth how to target your prospects for your particular niche. So just click on the big orange button at the bottom of this page to instantly book a spot on my calendar that works for you. Just remember that I can only do 10 of these strategy sessions a month, because obviously it takes a bit of time, and this is really just my way of giving back, and I can really afford to give back 10 sessions a month. So book now to make sure that you do secure your spot. So I hope to see you on the strategy call. So until I do see you on the strategy call, this is James, the marketing accountant from Regular Clients, saying cheers for now. Click the big orange button below and we'll chat real soon.